Hello, 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 hello. We are back. Welcome to Cricket Scrapbook. On your left is Vaibhav Minocha, KKR fan by day and amazing marketer by night. We have Suri right in the middle, SRH fan day and night and part-time accountant. And we have me, full-time talkative and hasn't seen too many matches this week. So excited to see what we come up with this week. This is Trash Talk with Cricket Scrapbook. You know it. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you get those views up. Because you guys keep the views up, we know what to talk about. Leave what you guys think about this week's matches in in the comments below. And if there's anything you guys want to talk to us about or want us to discuss next week, leave that stuff in the comments below. We can't wait to hear it. We promise you we read each and every comment. So let's start with the week.
Yeah, I think before we start, Yash wants to talk about Liverpool and United. But Yash, we are just a cricket scrapbook channel over here. We talk cricket.
But I can
And
give
if
you
we
a
had
small
this,
gist of it because I've seen part of the United game as well with Sunderland, and turns out United again coming back to the same form, which unlike certain teams in IPL, is very different. So yeah, we'll get to it more, but let's start with cricket and then let's give some parallels
Was
later.
this, sorry, a little bit of a side note, was this the final
It's not
of
the final.
the.
So
Okay.
United played a team which is not so famous called Sunderland.
Okay.
So it's almost like a David with Goliath kind of a scenario, but they didn't win. It was a draw match. So
Interesting. Interesting. The more you
yeah,
know, I guess.
and I follow Sutherland. You could see the
oh,
city.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
housemates who are from UK,
We
they're
have a
Sutherland fans.
soccer
So because
football
of
fan
them, I
over
started following it.
I'll
here. All
change
right.
my introduction of Suri to full-time SRH fan, part-time Ted Lasso.
Yes.
Kind
Part
of.
time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nice.
coming to Suri, who is currently in Perth but is a SRH supporter, we had KKR versus SRH as the first match of the week. And surprisingly, I did not give KKR any chance, and Manny did not think KKR had a prayer. But KKR won by 7 wickets, and we had Varun Chakravarti coming back in form with a 3 wicket haul. What do we think about this, guys?
It was
Suri?
expected certain ways, in certain ways. I'm not saying in terms of the result as such, but they expected that there's going to be a small falter because when a team wins five in a row, you cannot
Yeah.
expect them to keep winning all the time. There's going to be a dip in form, and also the team combination was changed during that game. NK was not well, and then we brought a new debutant in Smaran, and also we changed the bowling order as well. So there's a lot of changes that happened, and in IPL, when a team keeps winning, as a fan, you're more scared. So this result was a little shocking, but in a way, it's good for both SRH because of the fact that they kind of rekindled after that. Also good for KKR because they're continuing their winning trend. So in a way, both
Yes.
teams got something out of this. So starting first match of the week last Sunday was good.
Yeah.
From my
Manny,
end,
do you think
I would just like to say, KKR, I'm sorry. KKR, I wasn't aware of your game. KKR, you didn't just have a prayer. You had a mosque, you had a church, you had a temple. I apologize.
yes, coming to the mosque, temple, and everything, do you think that the election results had anything to do with KKR finally finding some form and balance?
Hey, if it did, SRH would have won that game.
Listen, the
Or in
election results
terms of
weren't out at that time.
true,
The election
yes,
result weren't out at that time, but the meme of loose talk going, हमारे ऊपर इंक्वायरी बैठा कि तुम जीता कैसे was live. And I
But to
think
be
that
honest,
summarized the match.
to be completely candid, uh, even the Orange lost that day. The next day, Orange somehow won in Kolkata. And second thing, second best thing that happened was we had a small bet, me and Mino. The bet being if KKR wins, because you're so confident KKR won't win, he said if KKR wins, I'm gonna get a biryani. And turns out I got a biryani next day. So all in all, Wasn't such a bad game for me.
And we got Hyderabadi biryani. So it was not
Hyderabad
SRH
just
fan,
biryani.
biryani.
Yes, and
SRH
also
fans.
My word.
the place is called Deccan Biryani House. So Deccan, one of the first teams supported in IPL, so Deccan
Yes.
Chargers. So
Yeah,
in a
if you wanna,
way,
if you want,
it's
if you wanna get into
cute
the
link,
heart of an SRH fan,
cute
this is
link
how
in
you
the
do
end.
it.
I loved it.
Okay.
Awesome, man.
Um, the next match featured Manny's favorite player, Jason Holder, who took 4 for 24. So it was Punjab versus Gujarat. And Gujarat won by 4 wickets in the final over. I think there was just one ball left when Gujarat won. And not only Jason Holder taking 4 wickets, it was also Sai Sudarshan and Washington Sundar who put on a good partnership. Washington made 40 of 23. Um, as per like what I observed, I think this is Washington taking some onus, taking some responsibility, and trying to get into the Indian middle order, which already has a lot of all rounders, and maybe like a backup for Akshar Patel is what I am seeing. But what do you all think, guys? This match, Punjab versus Gujarat.
For me personally, I was watching this game closely because of the fact that I want Punjab to not win. But as a SRH fan, but in all honesty, I was also looking in a way that okay, how is Punjab going to handle this? Because they've have come with few defeats, and with this match, I thought they're going to stop those defeats, but turns out that didn't happen. And also, Jason Holder is a new link in GT's balance right now because in the initial first 5 6 games he wasn't part of the team, and Jason Holder is giving that couple of overs in the end and also is also being the finisher. Talking about Jason Holder, he got 4 wickets. Turns out he
Yep.
got 3 wickets today as well. So
Yes.
imagine being in a team of Siraj, Rabada, and Arshad Khan and like all newcomer, I mean good bowlers, and Jason Holder's coming and taking the wickets and also
Also, his
catches.
catching. Exactly.
There's a reason why it's
Putting
called Holder.
holder in holder.
Exactly. There's a reason why. And
Big
that
fingers.
game, GT's dominance has been started from that game. And today is also like one of that line of domination is continuing. So, which is a little scary because then now number two with the same points as SRH, who's were number one, just by run rate, the difference between both the teams. But in terms of points, the same. So, little scary times for the teams 1 to 6 in a way. But GT is doing well.
What do you think, Manny?
Look, as a cricket fan, and purely as someone who viewed this match as a match, like I had no horse in the stake. This was a little boring as an encounter, right? Like it
Yeah.
was pretty obvious who was in front, right from like I think the first 8 overs in, and that lead never changed hands, which generally doesn't happen in a T20. Um, so good on Gujarat. I think Gujarat has a formula, top three, and as long as that formula works and you get one or two performances from other players, they're still a team that can pull off some pretty good wins.
Okay, moving on, it was Lucknow versus Mumbai, and while Lucknow made 228, MI chased that in style. Rohit Sharma 84 of 44, and Rickleton made 83 of 32. I think Rohit just announced his comeback from injury, and he did that in style. Um, while Puran and Marsh did put up like a good stand for Lucknow, it was also Puran coming back into form. But I think Rohit coming back in form eclipsed Puran's coming back to form. What do you think, Manny?
हमारे ऊपर जब हम जीता तो हमारे ऊपर इंक्वायरी बिठाया चौर चौर कैप्टन को लेके तुम जीता कैसे. Mumbai has been one of those teams this entire season who was like, I think they've been written off to a certain aspect, and they still are written off,
Yeah. Yeah.
but only for this season. Nobody around believes that Mumbai is the team to be sneezed at. They've had a bad season. I think a lot of teams have bad seasons, and they've had a couple of bad seasons actually over the last 3 or 4 IPLs. So
Yeah.
lots of introspection. I think there's going to be an interesting mega auction that happens for them next year. Um, um I'm looking forward to what they build, but with Rohit's comeback as well, I'm dude like fine, like great, but it doesn't make a difference to their future. Rohit is there till 2027. I would not see him beyond that. So beyond just getting their OGs to perform, MI really needs to look at their future. and look at where they're
Suren,
going to be.
Suren, answer me this. Do you think that Surya Kumar Yadav being made the captain in this match is a more permanent thing, or was it just one off? Because Hardik hasn't traveled to Bangalore for their next game as well. What do you think, Suren?
I feel there's been something going on behind the scenes, and Hardik, the way MI deals with things is they might still give Hardik next few games, maybe not the immediate next game, but maybe in the last 2 or 3 games, whatever it is, and finish the season as the way it's supposed to finish. And then during the time between this year and the next mini auction or the next mega auction, which is in late 2027, that means after the next year's tournament. So the point is, there can be a trade that can happen between teams if teams are willing to happen. So I feel they let just Hardik Pandya finish off the last few matches and deal with things in the background after the whole tournament is done. I don't think that right now it's a good space for any of the management and the owners to do it.
Or the
And the fact
players.
that they know is, yeah, there's no point. And also, I don't know, yeah, it seems maybe he hasn't traveled to Raipur, which is the next game for MI.
Yeah.
And but still, not sure how the whole situation going to go. But let's see. It's going to be interesting. I feel
I
there's a
can
trade
name at
coming.
least three players in their team this season that Mumbai has strategically underutilized. Right? I'm pretty sure you guys can think of them as well. So
Yeah. Fair enough. The next was Delhi Capitals versus the Chennai Super Kings, and it was Chennai now getting some rhythm, winning by 8 wickets, and another dominant performance by Sanju Samson, making 87 of 52. And I think Noor Ahmed also took 2 wickets. Um, Manny, I'm just going to ask this directly: is Delhi self imploding because they seem to be over reliant on KL Rahul? And yes, Pathum Nisanka is making 1 or 2 performances, but no one else is putting the hands up to score anything. I mean, we are talking about their bowling, but their batting seems to be in shambles. What do you think, Manny?
no, I think Delhi has missed out on a lot of tricks this season. I think Abhishek Porel getting that single impact player role in that one match is a gross underutilization of his talent. He was really good in that player role as well. He did his job. But
Yep.
again, Delhi has missed out on putting forward key players at key times. KL Rahul will get you a couple of wins by himself, sure. Um, but on the other hand, I would also say that in that match, CSK had a similar problem. CSK's template now is if Sanju Samson scores well, they happen to win. So every team now is looking at CSK from the point of view of get Sanju Samson out, you've got them. Your team can't be that easy to beat going into playoffs.
Yeah.
So this match was a little bit of like a two-parter for me, where both teams were bad. Both teams were trying to lose. There were plenty of drop catches this match. There were plenty of crazy under like weird moments like out of nowhere. So yeah, I didn't enjoy watching that match either this week. I think it's also because I'm a favorite lover. Like this week hasn't been that way. So this match, similar vein for me. I thought Delhi did badly, but CSK is also over reliant on a single player. Who you gonna pick?
Suren, so your favorite team in the whole world, Chennai Super Kings, is showing signs of
Beria
coming
Bisila Adi Gay. Why would you
What
end
do you
your team
think
theme
about
song with gay?
The
That is
noise is increasing
yeah,
slowly. The first maybe a month it was very quiet, but now suddenly this bit of noise just keep increasing, and which is going to be a problem for a lot of teams as well, and especially RCB because when CSK lost, RCB made sure they lost, like they
yeah,
in their face. But yeah, I mean, it's
no.
good. I mean, CSK
Yeah,
doing well. It's also good in a certain ways because for the tournament as such, because the last couple of years CSK and MI both not doing well, kind of affected the tournament in a way because we also want to see certain dominant teams uh, take part and also try to pull their weight in and also try to be the dominant force in tournament so that the other teams when they beat them, it's going to be like a accomplishment as well in certain ways.
yeah,
And despite Dhoni not being there, and I don't think he's going to play at all. And the only thing I have a small prediction is that 18th May is the last game of Chennai, CSK in Chennai, and this is against SRH, and I think Dhoni might just play that one game and retire.
If
How
they're
it
not
is.
in contention for playoffs, which I think they're not, you can't make it to IPL playoffs with one Sanju Samson and half a Noor Ahmed.
The
Sorry.
thing is, if they're if they're not in contention, then Dhoni might play, and if in contention, having Dhoni play is going to defeat the whole purpose of
I
CSK
think
till now.
currently, as per the points table, Gujarat, Chennai, and even Kolkata have a very outside chance if they win all games.
Oh,
Um,
Gujarat has a very good chance. They're
yeah,
second in the
Gujarat
Gujarat
table.
now
has the
after
highest, I
two
would say.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gujarat is like
yeah.
they're literally in the top
Gujarat
four. I feel right
has
now.
Gujarat has made their way to the top four. But yeah, coming back to the matches this week, it was Hyderabad versus Punjab, and this match for me, I'm going to be honest, was interesting because both Hyderabad and Punjab were coming off losses. Punjab had lost two back to back, and Hyderabad had lost one. So I felt it was even Stevens, and SRH put up a very good score with like literally every batsman scoring runs. Was whether sorry, whether it was Abhishek with 35 or Head with 38, Kishan with 55, and Klassen with 69. Our favorite number, by the way. Uh, yeah, SRH put up a dominant performance, and then I think Pat Cummins' two wickets and then two catches were really crucial for SRH, and they managed to put Punjab like curtail them by 33 runs. So, Suren, I'll go to you first because you're the resident SRH fan. What do you think about the match?
Yeah, so crucial game. Even before the game, there was a lot of nervous energy going into the game as well because it's Punjab. They also were the table toppers till that
Yeah,
point. And the batting, again, everyone contributing. Abhishek actually got out in the third over. Like if you, and the thing is, imagine losing a player. Like if you talk about other teams, like getting Rahul out in the third over or Samson out in the third over, it almost derails the whole team. But SRH, it's almost like, okay, don't worry about it. Who's coming next? Same freedom, same fearless attitude. Just go all in. But the batting is not where I was impressed, but the bowling, especially Cummins' first over. When you see the whole over was a setup from ball one till the last ball, and Cummins' ball 147 is highest in the season second ball, and it was all setting him up to make sure that okay, let's see how these batters are thinking because it's all about mind games and getting Priyan Charya out, and who has the biggest strike rate this year,
yeah,
around 250 or something, 252 or something, and Prep Simran, and both of them have been stellars for Punjab, and especially the last ball when Cummins got Arya out, it's all just double bluff. The whole leg side of the field is in, and then he's just thinking the ball's going to be straight, and the way he was doing all of that. The thing is just I'm loving how when a captain with such great IQ comes into play, it just changes the whole scenario. The energy that feeds off with other players and also the other bowlers, young bowlers who learn. Because IPL end of the day is for young players of India. And for them to feed off of such energy is great. And the bowling has been really good, especially Cummins and Malinga as usual, and NKR. Obviously, I mean, we have seen NKR before, but now these days is bowling with 10 kilometers higher speed. Is bowling early 140s, and three occasions he got first ball wickets, and that is a redefined NKR and batting as well and bowling as well. I mean, that's the cameos he's giving is really good. And but special shout out to Cooper Conley, 100 debut 100. He hasn't even got 100 for Perth. He hasn't got 100 for Australia. Nothing. It's his first 100 in a big stage. So he's done really well, and because of him, the winning
Ma-
margin was just 33 runs.
yeah.
If not, it would have been like almost like a 90 runs or even 70 runs. You could have really
Yeah,
set
yeah.
it up, but again, and the
Punjab
drop
has a
catches.
thick batting order, but
And the reason we
SRH
got
proved.
230 was the drop catches. Shashank dropping again and again. Conley dropped. I mean,
Manny,
everyone just dropped.
Manny, so uh, I'm going to directly ask you about Pat Cummins and the impact that his leadership is bringing. What do you think has changed between the earlier matches that SRH were playing and now that Pat Cummins is back? Am I putting too much
There's
emphasis?
nothing to be put. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the dressing room, but from performance, SRH without Pat Cummins is Bangchor. SRH with Pat Cummins, Gangs of Wasseypur. Like it's a whole
I don't
different.
agree.
The
Ishan did a
movie
great
genre
job.
changes.
Honestly, I feel Ishan did a great job. He got like good four
Yeah,
wins with
100%.
SRH.
No, I'm telling you that team's balance. That
Yeah,
so okay.
obviously that's gonna
SRH
be there,
SRH
but
has a plank, but the fulcrum is apparently Pat Cummins. I'm saying
yeah.
apparently. There could be other unknown reasons. Maybe they took a trip to Maldives we don't know about. I don't know.
But I have a
But
big prediction. Cummins, I don't think he's going to play from next year. I have a feeling that he won't, or he
look,
might, but he won't be captain anymore.
For the sake of the IPL, I wish Suren you're wrong
yeah,
because I
man.
really enjoy seeing Cummins perform,
Yeah,
not
man.
just in the IPL but whenever
Even
he
I want
takes.
to be wrong. I'm just saying this is how things
Cummins
are
Yeah,
going
taking
on.
Prab Simran's wicket, me and Suri were on the phone. And
yeah,
literally, we were
Arya,
like,
Arya,
if Prab Simran went forward in time, he still wouldn't see that bouncer coming. Like,
Arya,
if
Arya,
somehow he figured out.
yeah.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
he just
Arya.
Arya.
yeah.
Sorry. Yes, yes, sorry, Arya. So yeah, me and Suri were talking. We're like, if Arya had a time machine and he could go forward in time, he still wouldn't be able to see that bouncer coming. Like it was a genius move, and it's
But
these moments, in IPL teams are this close with each other. It's these little moments that really make a difference. And you either end on a 2 or a 0. No one's gonna tell Punjab you played really well here. Take 0.75. So even though that difference may be very minute, the team's balance on a whole and their performance and their consistency as a squad has completely changed.
True.
okay, so talking about differences being minute, LSG won by just 9 runs in a 19 over encounter against RCB.
No,
So So, was the difference just that Kohli did not fire, or was there more to it, Manny?
look, me and every other RCB fan is praying. We are all just praying, okay, because we haven't taken the calculators out yet.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, yes, I agree. I watched Invincible and The Boys and Daredevil to help myself. But yeah, so RCB isn't doing that well. We've had a bad couple of weeks. It's not just a bad week; it's a bad couple of weeks. And in IPL, that's often not a good sign towards the tail end of the season when you guys are hitting like 12, 13 matches a team on average now. So curious to see how they're going to come around. I know they've made a change. I know they've made a few changes over the last couple of games. But I would like to still see a bit more consistency in how they're picking their bowlers, because I feel like Romario Shepherd is being underutilized because of the low confidence that Rajat Patidar has on him. It's having an impact on our bowling overall. That's my personal opinion. Again, could be very wrong here, but that's where I see a problem. I don't see a problem with Virat. He's gonna come good. Like it's not a single match where he didn't perform. It's like he can perform. He can go 3 4 matches without performing because like there is a team, there is a squad, there are batsmen going under him. So and there will be low periods. Like he's a human being after all.
Suren, a word on Marsh's century.
Oh, um, the amount of calls that happened between me and Manas that game, it was at least 10
I
calls.
have abused every Australian from the 1994 squad
Brute
onwards.
power, man. I mean, see, sometimes, okay, maybe because I'm not RCB fan, for me it looked more beautiful. But again, I have to understand as a neutral cricket fan, the brute force that person has, and the reason why they call him Bison is something which I understand now, and I mean understood before as well. But it's just beautiful to watch because it's not just timing the ball; he's powering the ball.
And
Oh,
was there a single bowler he did not take down that day? Was there a
No,
single bowler?
Bhuvi, you can argue, but Bhuvi also went for runs in his
But you
last
saw
over.
him
So
off.
and no, I'll tell
So,
you, I'll tell
yeah,
you
no, he
what's more
went for runs.
important
He
of
he hit
Bhuvi.
him for 2 boundaries. He
It's
hit
not
him for a
power,
boundary in his
okay.
last over.
It's not the power. It's about his mindset. Because if you're a batting side, and let's say you batted 3 overs, there's a rain delay, okay. Then you batted 4 more overs, and the rain delay, and then you batted again. and there's a rain delay, and after the rain delay, they've reduced one over. So imagine a guy who's smashing, and when they stop and stop, they start and stop every, like, let's say 20 minutes to half an hour, it affects your rhythm. It affects your mindset, your mentality, and all of those things. As the fielding side is good for them because they feel there's a big gap for batters, and they might just lose their wicket or something like that, you know. But this guy didn't stop. He's coming after breaks, after rain breaks, he's coming
Yeah,
and
man.
smashing with the same intensity as he started off with. And I feel that is something, it's all mindset, you know. The
That
skill,
innings
everything is
went
there.
from that innings went from being impressive in the first 5 overs to insulting in the last four. So like it went
It
from
slowed
oh
down towards
wow
the
to
end.
like just absolute babasi for RCB.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
man. And the last time a guy brought us down to our knees this bad, it was sadly KL Rahul earlier this season. So it's not like we haven't seen it before.
yeah, Yash, I agree with you that it's getting a bit too much of T20 cricket for me. But that being said, we're heading into the final leg of the IPL, which makes it sort of interesting once again because the IPL, the qualifiers, and the actual qualifying bit of it, and then the qualifiers, they become very interesting. So I'm looking
Hey,
forward
yes,
to
if you
that
really
now.
want to follow Test cricket at this point of time, Pakistan, Bangladesh are playing Test cricket. And to be
Yes.
honest, and to be honest, even that's becoming run fest. So I don't know. Even Test
Ay,
cricket has become run fest these days, especially when Pakistan plays.
Okay, talking
flat
about
facts.
centuries and run fests, we had a KKR boy score a century, and that was Finn Allen making a 47 ball century, chasing down 142 against Delhi Capitals, and
Okay,
KKR
wait.
won.
Let me
For our
interject.
viewers, for
Vaibhav,
our
how do you
viewers,
feel about
Vaibhav isn't
this?
that
I'll ask
red.
you the
He's
question
just
now.
happy. Yeah, actually, we should
Yeah,
ask him. Vaibhav.
Yeah, Vaibhav, how do you feel about this?
I feel like there is some sort of cosmic balance in the world. I feel that when you suffer enough, God gives you a little bit of happiness so that your
30
suffering
years,
and your
Vaibhav.
pain.
30 years. Nothing happened so far,
Modi,
so don't go there.
Modi, Modi hai. Sorry.
But yeah, I think
Keep
more than
swapping,
the
man.
century.
Your
I'll
girl
be
will kick
honest
you out
with
of the
you all.
house.
I'll be honest with you all. More than the century, it was Karthik Tyagi's spell where he took 2 wickets for 25,
Yes,
which was more impressive to me. And like the boy was bowling
same,
fast. I
same.
mean, yeah. And
Finn
then,
Allen has done this exact thing on this exact ground less than 3 months ago.
yeah, yeah. Karthik Tyagi was impressive. And I would say Narayan, although he took just 1 wicket, he gave away 17 runs in his 4 overs.
Yeah, another one.
Again,
KKR's
like
bowling in
peak
Eden.
Narayan. Yeah. What do you all think? Is KKR doing something right again?
See,
और
I
इनके
was always
ऊपर
thinking the
इंक्वायरी
same
बिठाओ
thing.
ये जीता कैसे.
If you have Finn Allen, who was dropped, to be honest, like, that was he was dropped for a few games.
Yeah,
Just to accommodate Rahane, you are playing musical chairs between openers, the other two openers, who are, to be honest, together are going to take down the opposition. They would have won at least two, three more games, KKR, to be honest, if they had. Yeah,
true.
but just to incorporate Rahane into the opening spot, they were just losing that part. But at least this is good. And good for Rahane as well, because I feel this is last IPL anyway, no matter how KKR does. Even if KKR wins, IPL somehow, Rahane is stepping down no matter what. If they could kick out Shreyas Iyer, then Rahane is on his way out.
Uh, Manny, do KKR have a prayer now?
Listen, when I said bad things about Prasid Krishna, he started going for the purple cap. When I said KKR doesn't have a prayer, KKR started banging. So on that note, RCB sucks.
Fair enough.
Take a recording of this for sure, okay?
We should show this again and again every episode and highlight what Manny just said right now.
It's like TRP is trying to increase by
Next
some
week, if
fake
we
news
don't
like
win, I'll
this.
be like, "Bhai, kya karu main?"
Nah,
Okay,
it's
Suren,
tomorrow, right? RCBMI?
sorry?
Tomorrow, right? RCBMI.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
think so.
Yes,
tomorrow.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
tomorrow. Yeah.
yes, yes. MI is
Don't
also
miss
coming
them.
off of a win, so
Yeah. So, but
I would I would
again,
just like to say, so there's a Haryanvi joke of Zakir Khan that I really like, which I'm finding very apt for this moment for RCB,
go for
where
it.
he describes a woman who goes into a club in Gurgaon,
Yeah.
and comes out and is being taken care of by the bouncers who are Haryanvi. And they say this wonderful line. They say, "Re Ramesh, देखिया जब आई थी तो मर्सिडीज सी लाग रही, अब देख पिंचर साइकिल सी पड़ी से," which loosely translates to she looked like Mercedes when she arrived. Now she looks like a cycle with a puncture,
Yeah.
which is my team
Is
right
this
now. I'm really
RCB?
hoping. What?
RCB still
Yes,
in
this
the
for
top
RCB.
four, and RCB is still in the top four, and MI has zero chance of qualifying because even if they win everything, they're only going to 14.
That's what they said about LSG.
I wouldn't say zero. I would say point some percent, but there's still some hope for
Yeah, there is
the.
hope. There is hope. Yeah, in that you're right. But before we move on to the remainder of the talking points, Suren, because you follow today's match, any general thoughts on the match, Rashid Khan's performance, Jason Holder taking 3 wickets, or Gujarat's 229 that they put up? Any general thoughts on the match today?
I feel starting off with GT's batting, Sudarshan and Gill, same template, the way they're going, all good. Only thing I was worried about was there was a bit of injury scare for Gill. He was hopping around. He got looked after by the physio, but he hasn't gone off the field, which I thought he should have because of the fact that if at all it's like Ayush Matre scene all over again. If you kind of put more stress on that injury, you might just miss out 1 or 2 games next couple of games after this. So I feel, but he's just hopping on, man. He was just like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay with my team, and also he knows because he's the glue that kind of sticks between the opening spot and the number three and number four, which who comes. And when you have Rahul Tewatia and all coming afterwards, you have to struggle through the pain. There's no option there. And if I was Gill, I would do the same thing because I know the Rahul Tivaita coming after this or something. So I'm like, I need to do all of this. But good. And middle order again, not that great, but Sundar from the last game and this game, he's doing well. He's trying to finish it off and Holder tried finishing off, but no point, nothing happened. But Tewatia with 3 4 balls he faced, 2 6s, that was good. And Washington was good as well. And the bowling,
GT is
that's
really
what I worried
beginning to
about.
click as a team.
That's what other teams
Manny,
have to be worried about because of
Manny,
the fact
correct
that.
me if I'm wrong. Sorry,
Hmm?
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Rahul Tewatia, he is best when he's given just 4 to 5 balls to face, and that is when he makes an impact. When he gets
Yeah,
even like
we
10 balls, he's a
no. The
disappointment.
point is, the point is, okay.
Rahul
He just
Tewatia is
needs three,
Rinku
four,
Singh from Wish.
three, four. He needs 3 to 5 balls or something. But even when he got those 3 to 5 balls in the last, couple of seasons, or even more than that, he hasn't performed. Like he hasn't been able to put
Yeah.
bat to ball. So that's one thing. And the thing I'm more worried about is because of the fact that the IPL at this point of time, the league games are being played at such pitches where it's getting a little slower, and Gujarat bowlers are perfect for these conditions because they don't just have fast bowlers, which they do, but they also have these spinners and also have these medium pacers who can take most extraction of the wicket, which is Rashid Khan did the same thing. If
Yeah,
you see Donovan Ferrer and everything, he couldn't pick up the ball. It was
Yeah.
almost
This is
like
where GT becomes really
impossible.
good.
And if you see it's only spinner's pitch, then this Holder who came and took 3 wickets. So seven
Yeah. Yeah.
wickets between your number three and number four option, to be honest.
They have
Honestly,
two very good hit the deck bowlers with them. And that
yeah.
with the decks being the way they are now, that's a genuine advantage.
Yeah, I mean, a leg spinner, sometimes like Rashid Khan leg spinner or something is difficult. Sometimes he can, these last couple of seasons he went, he got for runs and everything, but he's improving in
Dude,
certain ways and he's drifting the ball
Siraj
on the
is a
pitch.
really good Siraj is a really good leader for your pace attack. A really good tone setter. Like
Yeah.
as an RCB fan,
He
I can
got
tell you he's done it
Suryavanshi
for
out,
us
right?
game and game again.
He got hit.
Yeah.
Siraj got hit, and then he got
Yeah.
Suryavanshi out with a similar ball, which Praful Hingate gave it to Babi Suryavanshi. Same kind of ball, exactly
He's
similar.
a very capable bowler and he's a good
And thing
attack
is,
bowler.
Suryavanshi, when the ball is jumping up on him, is not able to hit it. So there are
For now.
certain homeworks. I mean, people are doing it, and it'll take a while because of the fact that his bat swing, he cannot change it between the delivery, when
But
this thing
bro,
happens.
just give a consideration to the fact that this boy is currently getting world class strategists to figure out his weaknesses.
yeah,
This
and
is
he's
going to be, and he has world class strategists to help him overcome them.
yeah,
Give this boy 3 seasons. There's no reason I don't see 973 safe
Everyone's
with
playing
Vaibhav
chess at this point
Suryavanshi
of
around.
time, Manas.
I think
Everyone's
the
playing
only
chess.
thing, yeah, sorry, the only thing that can come in his way is this very cliched dialogue that only you can come in your way.
Only you can come in your own way. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just hope and pray that it's not another Prithvi Shaw story. Even though Prithvi Shaw has a chance to prove himself again, and now that he's back in the IPL, maybe he gets a game or two very soon to
No,
prove
no, no.
himself.
The last time we did this
No,
with
no one
DL
has
Cricket,
done
give me
this.
another chance. Karun
The
Nair
Prithvi
happened. No, thank
Shaw
you.
or Unmuk Chand have done things, but not like this. This is something else.
Yeah,
And if we
man.
just talk
This is
about
not.
under
This is
19
not real.
performances, what is an under 19, 195? That is something else. And this guy's talent is 100 times more than these guys anyway.
It seems limitless right now. Like it does right now.
Yeah, and he's humble as well, which is a good sign. I mean, he's 15 years old.
Well, RR will do that to you. Sorry.
Okay, since we are discussing Gujarat versus RR, I wanted to talk about this, which is later in our points of discussion. But Gujarat Titans being more than just a top order, and as both of you touched on, their bowling attack is really doing well. But what's more interesting is that they have the most number of wickets in the power play, and their fast bowlers have, medium pacers included, have taken the most amount of wickets for any team this season. So it's not just their top order in their batting which is doing well, but it's also their top order in their bowling. If you do a like for like comparison, basically the power play bowling, which is also winning them the games. So they might not just be top heavy with their batting, but also with their bowling. Your thoughts on this?
Vaibhav, I want to just talk about that stat with GT for a bit. The fact that the bowlers have taken the most wickets. The
Yeah,
second on that list is Bhuvi and Hazelwood from RCB,
yeah,
and they are exactly 2 wickets behind at this point from GT, and they
yeah,
played a game less. So even with their numbers right now, GT still has a long way to go. Like this is still the 11th game. I would say their main point of concern right now is, can Washington Sundar be more consistent in the middle order? Number one. And two, can Rabada be more accurate? Rabada has the speed. He's bowling 150 bombs, 4 overs. So
yeah,
he's got it. But I feel like he's lacking accuracy. He's not as accurate as Hazelwood has been, or Anshul Kamboj, even for that matter. Anshul Kamboj has been deadly accurate this entire season. So Rabada's issue being accuracy. He's got the speed, man. He's got crazy bombs there. But despite you know,
The only thing I'll counter you on this, Hani, that this stat that I pulled up is before today's match. So by that point, both teams had
okay,
played
yeah,
equal number of games. So
fair.
given
I want
that,
to bring RCB in
what
this
I'm saying
conversation.
is Gujarat have a more rounded bowling attack, wherein even the support bowlers are taking wickets in terms of their medium pace bowling attack, whereas RCB in their fast bowling may be more dependent on Bhuvi and a Hazelwood. And for example, like their support bowlers, they are not doing that well. Uh, I think that is my only counter to this. But undoubtedly, RCB is in the top four as well, and that is for a reason. So,
Yeah,
but
100%,
GT,
man. Like
I think the
GT
unfair,
GT's bowling attack is better, but there are SRH who are clicking with their part-time bowlers as well. And honestly, like the PSK's bowling has been decent in Chepauk over the last 2-3 games that they've had there. So I feel like a lot of bowling attacks are coming together. It is that portion of IPL where bowling attacks will seem more potent because the pitches are slowing down. Um, so yeah, I mean GT's heavy wrecking ball has been their top three. But I feel like if with Rabada, with Siraj, even Washi Sundar, yeah, they're the holder, yeah, like they have a progression of people that are becoming more and more dangerous by the match. Holder has no right to be a formidable opponent. He was not at the beginning of the season. I did not have Holder in my top performer of even in my top 20 performers. But the things he's pulling off, absolutely unreal. And if he can keep that consistent, dude, I mean, even if the season ends badly for GT, you are looking at Holder going for 12, 15 crores next time.
Suren, what do you think about the balance of GT now that even Rashid Khan is taking wickets?
Again, they haven't been tested much. Every time they've been tested with middle order, they've lost the game. So I just feel they still need to have a perfect game so far. I feel the only time they won is because the top order is doing really well and the top order of the bowling is doing really well. That's it. And if you keep
Yeah.
doing that, there'll be a time when you play in certain pitches where, let's say, you lose the wickets early, and then what happens after that is something difficult. I know they've chased well, they've opened well, and everything is all good, but I just feel you need to be stretched out as a team before you enter playoffs. If not,
Yeah.
exactly why I
Yeah.
feel even the LSG and RCB game, it was good for the RCB because they've been stretched out thin in terms of their
Yeah.
bowling resources and also batting resources. That means everyone got a
Yeah.
chance to
Yeah.
bat, first of all, and everyone had a chance to hit the ball. And like Kunal Pandya and Romario Shaford, everyone tried. Tim David tried, and everyone tried. So I just feel
Yes.
everyone needs to be
GT
having game time.
GT is a wrecking ball. SRH and Punjab King are tank. RCB is a bazooka. Mumbai Indians is a squad gun.
What is CSK?
CSK is opposition.
And when are you taking this Arsenal out to like shoot at the opponents? What's happening?
No, no, that we have BGT coming up end of the year. That time we realized, holy shit, there's a nuclear war.
There's a good chance CSK might just creep into the top four.
Yeah, I think so
Never
too.
know what happens in IPL.
Umpire's got to favor someone. I'm
Because
kidding.
because
I'm kidding.
Suren,
That's
you
a
said
joke.
that. Because Suren, you said that. I'm going to highlight something that I think this past week has been a week of upsets. And before this match today, the top four of the tournament were Punjab, Hyderabad, Rajasthan Royals, and RCB. All four teams have lost at least one game this week. Punjab have lost three games back to back to back. And on the other hand, teams like Chennai Super Kings, Kolkata, Gujarat Titans, now Gujarat Titans has won back to back, have won multiple games in a row, and they are now making a claim for between these teams maybe one spot for qualifying.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the upsets that have happened this week? And
I I
do
just have
you
one
think
comment
that
about Punjab,
yeah,
and I think I'm gonna say it now because I'm not gonna get to say it later in the season. But I've been waiting for a Shashank redemption. I've been waiting to make that pun, and Shashank just keeps dropping them. So I'm not able to say Shashank redemption.
Manny, do you know how many catches Punjab have dropped this season?
14. 14?
It's 15. And do you know how many catches have come their way?
No.
42. So they've been dropping more than one out of every three catches.
No
If
Shashank redemption.
if you've been doing that, Suri, if you've been dropping more than 33% of your catches, are you in a good position to qualify? I know that they're still in the top four, but are they in a good position to qualify if they keep
Also,
doing
follow question. How many spankings will a great fielder like Ricky Ponting give you?
it? Yeah, that's a question for the bedroom, I think.
Catches win you matches. That's it. And I tell you
Ricky
two
turn into
things:
Ricky
catches win
Martin.
you
Un,
matches,
dos, tres.
catches win you matches, and bowlers win you tournaments. So if the catch is not happening, you're not winning the match. If the ball is not taking wickets because the catch being dropped, not win the tournament.
Yeah.
So it's interlinked. That's what's happening, and yeah, it's going, it's going to cost them a lot. And the fact is, because you're so mindful about it now, you're more stressed about it. And then somehow you keep praying that, okay, the ball should not come my way. What if I drop this one again? And that's when you keep thinking. And let's say the ball is high in the air, and suddenly you have these thoughts coming into your head. And then that's about it. The thoughts creep in, and then you lose focus, and then you drop, and that's what's happening. And thing is, the catches that have been dropped are such dollies. Like I haven't seen a catch drop like that easy in a way. Like obviously in this standard, I'm saying. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. In
not.
sales, we have a thing where if you don't get a sale for a while, you become more desperate and you start sounding desperate on call, which means you won't get sales for longer. I think
Yeah.
Punjab is facing a similar scenario.
So, Manny, do you think it's more a mental issue than a skill issue? Like, I'm sure they
No, no,
practice
no.
for
It is a
catches.
mental issue.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Definitely,
it's also,
they're all
yeah.
IPL players, man. They're all skilled.
It's
There's nothing
and the
about
mental
skill
issue
about
is
it.
not just with the catches that they've dropped this season. It's the trophy that they dropped last final. So like all of that has to play. The management hasn't changed. The players haven't changed massively.
Just,
Deep
just stop
conversations
it.
with the deep.
The fact that he has to bring RCB again in this conversation somehow like from last year's
Ooh,
campaign and
ooh,
everything.
ayo. Anyway,
Okay, but I
uh,
was your question previously you asked about the upsets part of it, and I would always say this about IPL. There's never any upset. I feel even if let's say a bottom team, number 10, playing in number
yeah,
one, there's still never an upset. I'll tell you two reasons why. One is both teams are stacked anyway. Again, so and okay in T20, anyone can beat anyone on a given day. And the second point is a team in bottom number 10 has less to lose than a team in the number one because
Yeah.
of the fact that if you're in top four or top six at this point of time, you're nervous because you want to win. No matter what, you want to win, and losing is not an option. And the bottom, like number nine, number 10, what do they have to lose? They've lost before, they know what losing means. They just have to go out there and have fun or just play freely or
yeah,
just think about what's going to happen in the next coming few matches in a way that the youngsters going to come into the play and thinking, okay, listen, there's no stress on me, I just need to go give out my best and let's see what happens, and let's break a record or two, in terms of my personal score or my personal wicket taking abilities or something like that. And I feel that is the beauty right now, and that's what's happening. And bottom teams playing more freely. That's what I feel.
yeah,
Last
yeah,
1 week.
yeah. I mean,
Okay, so
dude,
my question
I
to the audience right now, my question to the audience is going to be: do you think that the IPL in 2026 is more competitive this year as compared to the previous years in terms of any team being able to beat anyone, or is this just the case in the IPL year after year, season after season? Please drop down in the comments below and let us know. And Manny, please go ahead with your point.
no, with IPL competitiveness, I think it comes with having a tournament that's this young, right? We're not F1, we're not MLB. Those kind of sports, once a team gains their advantage, it becomes really hard to stop them for that season. IPL is a much younger tournament. The teams are much closer together in terms of skill level and in terms of what they can bring to the table. So yeah, I don't think it's a week of upset as much as the tournament is finally self-correcting. They were clear favorites and now they're sort of churning again, which is the regular IPL cycle.
Sure,
This is what
sure.
happens every year. We feel
Exactly.
some
You
team is going to take off and they'll have fun.
exactly.
Turns out nothing.
Mumbai
Nothing
loses
happens.
six, then they make it to the final and win. Crazy things happen in
This
IPL.
happens.
I know we have discussed this again and again, week after week, but again, 7 out of the last 8 matches happening this week, the chasing side has won. And if you put a cumulative total, 16 out of 47 games, only 16 times have the teams batting first won. So, is this getting too repetitive for you, or is this something that you
I'm
can
gonna
see?
skip
Not
this question
personally
because
for me, it's a different thing because out of 11 matches, we lost 9 tosses, and every time we lost a toss, we put out the bat first. And almost all the games we won, we were batting first. We never chasing. We only chased once, and we won.
and no SRH fan complains. You know why? Because they're all Indians. We're used to this shit.
Losing tosses. So I mean, but thing is, yeah, chasing. I feel, yeah. Even these days, chasing 230, 240. Even today, when Rajasthan came, like I think when the openers came in, and also when Vaibhav got out, the mindset is always the same thing. We're going to chase this no matter what. There's no panic in certain ways, unless the wickets fall and everything happens later on happens. But the team which are chasing, they just have this no fear. Having said that, the team batting first knows about this. They know the team chasing will chase no matter what. So we need to, whatever the pass score is, before it should be like pass score 10 runs extra. That was the safe haven, right? Now
Yeah.
pass score 30 40 extra, just in case, right? That's how they are thinking. And that's what everyone's behaving. And I'm surprised not many teams have used this retired out option. A couple of times happened this year, but I thought there should have been more instances where the batter is not able to strike batting first. I'm saying not or batting second. The batter is not able to strike that well. You're supposed to just retire him out and then get someone else in. Exactly what happened in Delhi match yesterday. I feel Akshar Patel was barely able to do anything on the pitch. And I felt like even if, let's say, a part timer or a bowler coming in batting and swinging his bat, he would get more success.
No,
And
but
in terms of
Suri, with
stats, he's the third batter who has the least strike rate, which is 50. And the first is MS Dhoni. His strike rate was 36. And then I think KL Rahul was second, whose strike rate was like 40 or something. Imagine a 50 strike rate, Akshar Patel. And I'm
no, but
just feeling
like I think in IPL, without when you're retiring a player out, you also have to worry about what that does to him in the future, right? Fine, this game he's having a strike rate of 50. I would say if it's an Akshar Patel, I still wouldn't switch him out or retire him out because his confidence is my team's confidence. That matters. If it's a Kulkarni, like it was LSG versus RCB, and Kulkarni was just slowing down, while who was batting with him? Um, Mitch Marsh was banging on. I think it's about like you that player doesn't have confidence yet to tear down. So retiring him out is good for the team. But would retiring a more established player who's core to your team not
I
No, I
impact the
feel, I mean,
confidence of the
we can't
squad
yeah,
talk
as a
about
whole?
ego right now. If a
I
team
think
is out there to win, they have to win no matter what. Now, because your
yeah,
team player is big, is small, same way, like, you wouldn't retire out Virat Kohli, even though striking at 70 strike rate.
Oh
If
no,
a
no,
team
no,
is
yeah, true.
losing, yeah, pride, ego, always happens, especially with
and
such
I
big teams
think
or big players.
since 2022, 2023, Rohit Sharma did this with the Indian team where he's taken out the ego, right? And that has to go to another level when it comes to the IPL. In IPL, 250 is becoming the norm. So when you're not being able to strike it at a particular pace and your partner is being able to strike it, or worse, both of you are not being able to strike it, and you know that there is, say, a big hitter still left after you, then you might as well get out because in
Vaibhav, as
today's
much as I love Rohit Sharma and he wanted to get this ego thing out, it'll never happen in India. I'll tell you why. Because people don't support teams anymore. People support just the players. And if player is in one team, they'll support that team. That's about it. The player moves to
I
another
think
team, they'll
it's
support other team.
easier to happen in the IPL rather than happening in the India national team setup overall because IPL is very corporate and you don't perform this season, next season,
Because
your
it
team
takes
might not
different
take
kind
you.
of balls to say that I don't support India, but I support some other player because they can't say that in India. But the
Yeah,
Hmm.
but
mentality is still the same. They're always hero worship wherever they go.
might be hero worship, but you might be a player who's scoring century after century, but you're making it at a strike rate of 120, like Babar Azam, and then suddenly you are not even
Babar
in.
made century.
He did in the PSL. He did.
Daryl
His
Mitchell
team
को हम
won,
लोगों ने
bro.
head
His
रख
team won
King of
PSL.
Zimbabwe.
So
दिया.
King of Zimbabwe.
his team
Daryl
actually
Anyways,
Mitchell
won
got a head
PSL.
right. I'll never forget it.
we have this comment from Yash, and thank you, Yash, for putting this out there.
Yash is
And
doing BTech.
yeah, none of us have done BTech. We are all commerce students. We can tell you about CA if you want, but
Yash just switched off. Yash just went off channel.
maybe he has
Like commerce, gee.
to do. Okay. Um, Anything else to add on this, or should we move on to CSK bringing some spin twin action with Noor Ahmed and Akil Hussain? So Noor Ahmed, in the 5 matches he played without Akil Hussain, had taken just 2 wickets. But ever since Akil Hussain has come into the picture, he's taken 9 wickets at an average of 14. So, what do you all think about CSK bringing back another spin twin, just like Jadeja and Ashwin from back in the day? What's working for CSK?
So, yeah, great performances over 4 or 5 games for these players. But I feel like CSK as a team right now is a lot more like the ship of thesis, where there have been so many changes from match one. Can you, besides Sanju Samson, point out one player who has had like all of the matches, has had enough game time within that team? Yeah,
Anshul
Gaikwad.
Kamboj, 17 wickets in 10 matches.
fair. Okay. But like my point is they've had quite a lot of changes. I
Yeah.
don't think I don't think they've given Akil enough of a chance yet. I would like to see him get more opportunities, not just in CSK. I think he can do well outside of them as well. He's bowling in the power play. He bowls good lengths. So, not just in Chennai, I mean, not just in Chepauk, but like I think they should let him play like a lot more games. Noor Ahmed has come into form now, which is great for them. Um, but I feel like a team in IPL now being reliant on two good spinners is a rarity. So I'm excited to see how this approach pans out because I'm low key hoping that if Chennai succeeds, they bring back the idea of two spinners every team in India because I really enjoyed watching spin. I think it really did well for our breeding local homegrown spinners as well, which has kind of died. Um, so yeah, CSK's resurgence with spin actually gives me hope a little bit.
What about you, Suren? You have any thoughts on Akil Hussain? I think you've been the person in this panel who has championed Akil Hussain more than like any of us.
Yeah, it's a
Mm,
great, great
I mean,
bowler. The
Akil's
reason
dad
why
hasn't been on this show, but good competition.
the if you want to have two spinners on your team and two overseas spinners on your team, that means the pitch you're about to play on is a good pitch. That's simple.
Mm.
It's not just about okay, because these two are there, and because when you're not playing these two, we're somehow losing or something. It's not about this. It's about the team combination in the first place. And when you have two overseas spinners, it's very difficult because when's the last time you've seen two overseas spinners in an IPL team? It's always like one spinner
Very
and
rare.
maybe like one pacer and then one or two batter. Like that's how it is, the combination always. You don't really over rely on two or three overseas as bowlers in the
There
first
was a
place.
period when Rashid was in KKR, I think, where he and Narayan were bowling together, but that's, I think, the
Rashid was
last
never
very
in KKR.
dangerous. Was Rashid in KKR at all?
No. He
Okay, then
played
I'm
for two
remembering
teams.
now.
That's it.
No,
SRH
Rashid.
and
Oh, no,
KKR.
it was Rashid and Noor only for Gujarat. Yeah, Noor is in his second
Rashid and
overseas
Noor
spin
were in
twin.
Gujarat at one point, yes.
Yes. So that was the last time I think I saw overseas spinners dominating, and Noor was a part of that as well.
Again, when you see the pitch of Kolkata and the pitch in Chennai, there's sort of similarities in terms of how the spinners go with, and it's also a little dry as well if you think about it. And also, the kind of moisture is sucked out of the pitch by the weather conditions themselves. So, makes sense in certain ways, but yeah, the reason why Akil is not a regular bowler in terms of the combination is because whenever there is two left-handers in the top three of any team, they don't put Akil in the team. That's about
Yeah.
it. Because Akil usually bowls two in the power play.
No, but
So that's
maybe this gives RR the confidence to play Bisnoy and Zampa like later. Who
I
knows?
don't
I
understand
would
why they're
really
not
like
even
to see
playing
from him.
Bishnoy in the first place because he got results for them and then they just feel he won't be as
I think it's
impactful
a
later on.
mentality of flat tracks, dude. Like it's just there are so many in the start of the season that spin's not gonna do anything other
Bishnoy
than
got
get hit
wickets
by
on
hand
flat
hitters.
tracks before. It's not like he hasn't got wickets before. Now, if you think a bowler, he's okay. After first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks of IPL, RR was not only number one in the table, but they also had the purple cap and also the orange cap for a while. And the thing is, if you have these players who are dominating in certain wickets taking or something, you just want to give them more chances. That's about it.
Agreed.
And I just feel that was kind of lacking. And also today, when Riyan Parag wasn't there, obviously they want to get a batter in, however it is. But the team combination itself was little weird for me. They just put an extra bowler in certain ways, and they also pushed everyone up front. They didn't
Yeah,
exactly replicate one on each other. Like Jurel came at three, and Ferreira
yeah,
came, Jadeja came, Ferreira. Now the same thing. Now, if you want to do that, why not just put Vishnu there? He won't affect your batting
yeah,
lineup anyway. He'll just come wherever he's
yeah.
supposed to come. It's just tactics, man. I don't know. Somehow strategy and everything is just going way off charts.
I feel like in this season, it's also wickets have carried less weightage this IPL season versus others. Um, I'm also counting impact rule over the last 2 3 years as well, which is a big player of this. But also, mm, I feel like players like Arshdeep Singh, when they bowl, they go for like three wides just to avoid that getting hit that one time.
Have you seen
Um,
Archer's first over today?
Hmm. 16
yes.
runs. 16 runs in the first
17
over.
runs he gave,
So
but
yeah,
how many
there's
wides?
there's more
How many
there
wides? That's the question.
eight I think seven six or seven somewhere there. But like
One more
point
ball,
is
and the no ball went on.
now bowlers are more focused on making sure that they don't get hit versus going for the wicket. That's just the mentality now.
Yeah,
I
that's
also
pretty much
think
how it is.
just with regards to the impact player rule, I think teams, as with anything, it takes a couple of years to adjust to it. And now teams are using the impact player rule much better than they were using before. And I'm saying that because I think since the teams are using the impact player rule better, IPL is worse off because
Yeah,
the impact player rule is being used to such a great degree to hide so many flaws in every team. So, for example, if you are a bowler shot, you just use an impact player to boost your
Okay,
bowling. If you've
talking
lost,
about
and you
new
flip them
rules.
around. Bowlers
yeah,
over 2 overs can't be as bad as bowlers over
Yeah,
four. That
talking
seems to
about
be the
new
logic.
rules and changes and everything. There's a very high chance, according to like the reports and everything, there's a very high chance that from 2028, IPL will be much a longer tournament when
yeah,
each team playing
16
18
games,
games.
18 games, yeah, right,
18 games. That
yeah.
means it has
Dude,
to go for a good
I
three
think it's
months.
pretty much confirmed, Suren. I think it's pretty much
dude,
decided.
remove the impact player rule then because otherwise that tournament will be unwatchable, dude.
No,
Like,
even okay, leave
seriously.
impact rule, okay, leave completely scrap it off, okay. But talking about a team playing that many games and
It's going to get
10
boring,
teams,
though. It's just
yeah,
going to
it's
get
going to be
boring.
3 months or more than 3 months. I don't understand how they accommodate that many games. 18 games per team.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they're
we
also
had
pushing
Yash
the players a
already,
lot with that much workload.
we had Yash already commenting earlier saying that he has T20 fatigue and he wants to see the test cycle come around again. So I'm sure there are many, many, many more people who agree with Yash, saying there was just the T20 World Cup that just ended. We did a calculation in one of our episodes in the past, wherein in the next 8 years we have eight ICC events plus two Olympics where cricket is going to happen.
It's
So
not fun
it's like
anymore, bro.
it's cricket, cricket, cricket so much, and we are cricket lovers, by the way. We want cricket, but this is even for us. At some point, it's
I know
just
we
like
have been without ICC trophy for so long before we started winning. But to be honest, if there's an ICC tournament every year, we are bound to win someday. Sometime we'll win. In South Africa, man, they'll win someday. Don't worry. If they're
Yeah.
having so many tournaments, and let's say a T20 World Cup is every 2 years, right? That means every second IPL is going to be this same boring or fatigue. Same way.
Just bring back bilaterals. Hell, bring back trilaterals. I miss those as well.
Yeah, but thing is, that is not a solution in a way because to have bilateral and trilateral when IPL is going to be 3 months long and then this World Cup's
Yeah,
coming and all
no.
of those things, there's no window, there's no
I get that the
space to
players
put.
play for entertainment for IPL, but this is getting close to abuse, like for them.
This is becoming, you know how it is becoming? It's becoming like exactly the football culture in the UK. The leagues are the ones taking over everything, and then they have a break where they go for international comeback. That's
Yeah.
exactly how things are happening
I
because
think the people who are making the IPL or who are organizing the IPL, they want to follow the um, English Premier League structure. I think it was said as like it was said verbally several times in the past couple of years as well. I don't know if I can cite it right now, but maybe by the next episode I can bring it up. But it was mentioned by the organizing committee of the IPL that they
Yes.
want to replicate the EPL structure, which I don't think is the correct
Mm.
model, because if we are doing that, and there are even talks to take the number of teams to 12 in the next 10 years, right? So what
Uh,
that will do is
no.
that it is going to be a two league kind of a system. Like, you have two divisions basically, the plate division and then the elite division, or something similar. You can name it anything, but then there will be promotion and relegation, which just takes the fun out of the way IPL is played. And
No, I'll
then
tell you
Yeah.
why that won't work. Very simple reason. Like, EPL, same thing works. Obviously, there is another championship, and then whoever wins the top two get into this, and top two, bottom two of the previous league gets down. But tell you why it would work. Because for the same reason, let's say we have big players in all the teams, right? And same reason, why would the big players, when they get into a delegated zone of their team, they would want to play that league to get into top two to get promoted. They would rather choose other leagues where there's no relegation scenario at all. So it's just going to become, I don't know, it's going to work for football in certain ways, because football, again, the game itself is, let's say, at a
90
good
minutes.
rate,
Yeah.
120 minutes, counting everything
Yeah.
here and there, whatever it
Yeah.
is, 120 minutes. This 120 minutes over here is like one innings.
Yeah.
And then we have 10 minutes for each wide review that takes place, and God knows why they can't just do it faster than that. I don't know. It's just, it's getting bigger and bigger. And let's say a team needs one run to win in like 30 balls or something, and there's a timeout because sponsors want to be there.
it was similar today, Suren. So I think Rajasthan was 7 down, and they took the timeout, and I was like, "Do you really need to take the timeout right now? You could just and they got all out in the next 2 overs. So did they really need the timeout at that
Ads,
stage?" And
sponsors, ads, that's about
yeah,
it. Money. Money is the one talking over here. That's pretty much how things are going at this point of time.
okay. So
Busy heads make poor sauce.
I'm going to just introduce a new segment on our show, which is going to be like my hot take. And I'm just going to throw a statement out there. And I want either of you or both of you to go for or against it. You both can go
Hmm.
for, you both can go against. And my statement for today is that Bhuvneshwar Kumar needs to be back in the Indian T20 setup for the next 2 years. Suren,
Against,
for it.
against this. I mean, if this would have happened, should have happened long back. We wasted not just is okay after prime is golden years as well. It was just wasted, and for me, culprit was Rohit Sharma and team management at the point of time. But it's too late now, man. It's way too late. It's you
Some
rather
logics.
as fast bowlers quartet goes, like the department goes, you would want more youngsters to come in and keep being in that spot rather than getting someone who's desperate. If you're desperate, then I would say Bhuvi. But you're not that desperate where we can't find bowlers like him. We can't groom someone
Yeah.
like him in the future or
Yeah.
something. So yeah, I'm
I mean,
against that.
listen. If you're getting rid of if you're getting rid of Harshit Rana and putting Bhuvi, I love it. But otherwise, like, yeah, as an RCE fan, I do want to agree with you on this,
Oh,
right?
fuck.
I do. I really do. I really do. There's a part of me that's like, yeah, hi, Bhuvi ko le aao. But then there's another part
Bro,
of me.
Bhuvi has been there in SRH for longer than I don't know, I've known you somehow. But thing is, sometimes you have to just logically. And I would say if Harshit Rana is not there, I would get a Prince Yadav or someone to play. That's it. That's simple for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to give those opportunities to the youngsters.
Yeah, Mohsin Khan,
If
Prince
you want to
Yadav.
win matches, I mean, because right now we're far away from a tournament or a cup right now. If you
Yeah.
want, why would you just want to play someone purely from the perspective of winning matches? You have a cycle. You have a year and a half to train somebody up for that position. Why not put that time in? On the other hand, यार क्या sexy spin कराता है इसको डालो.
See, there's no training
But
as such. Everyone's a skill player coming into the team. We just need to be groomed. That's about it. There's nothing else. Sit and start teaching them how to bowl.
at this point, I just want to also say IPL may success doesn't necessarily mean international cricket success. I don't know how many people have seen Hangama, but there's a nice dialogue which is "कौवा कितना भी रिन से नहा ले बबूला नहीं बनता."
I'll tell you why it's
So
an indicator for me. I'll tell you exactly why. I'll tell you because of the fact that the point of time the scouts are watching from each team of these bowlers. They're watching every local tournament. They're watching tennis ball tournaments. They're watching everything that happens in the streets as well. If they're picking bowlers from those streets to come and play in IPL, in IPL they're playing well, what indication do you want from these?
no, agreed, but it's not a sure shot. It's not like, oh, you bring Bhuvi in and he'll win matches for you right now. I don't think you can guarantee that.
Okay.
No, that's not what
Uh,
I'm trying to say, but okay, anyway.
Yeah, yeah. It does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, of course. Like success in IPL means success in international cricket. It happens a lot, but not necessarily all the time, especially not in the case of older fast bowlers.
But nothing is absolute. What I'm trying to say is you need to have a parameter to determine certain things, and this is a
Yeah,
close parameter because these guys are selected based on the domestic performance, nothing else.
yeah.
okay. My
Not like
second
all this Prince Yadav and Mohsin Khan, everyone are
statement
playing international.
second statement for that I'm going to put out there is, so just some pretext that currently Hendrik Klaasen has scored 494 runs and he is the top run scorer, followed by Abhishek Sharma 475. The others in the top five are KL Rahul with 468, Shubman Gill with 462, and Sai Sudarshan with 440 runs. All of whom have played 11 games except Shubman Gill, who has played 10. With three matches left in the league and potentially the qualifiers and the final, the eliminator as well, do we think that the top run scorer of this tournament, whoever it is going to score more than 700 runs? Yes or no? Manny, you can go first since Suren went last.
Yeah.
I
Like,
would say no. I think there's a very big reason, and it's impact player. Nobody's trying to hit long runs. Like, yes, it happens, you get a century. But no, I don't think, has there at all been a repeat century this entire IPL? Like, has one player hit two centuries this entire IPL?
Samson, Samson,
Okay, fine. Has a player whose entire team is not dependent on his batting hit two centuries this entire IPL?
That's like saying that's too many ifs and too many buts. Like that.
I know,
That
I
is
know, I know.
like
But I'm saying because of the fact that you have so many people coming, I don't think you will be able to breach 700 because that requires longer innings and over 4 or 5 games. Like to go above 700 requires you to be David Warner hitting at least 550s and two centuries across that season.
Sam.
So, hey, the
He
one
made it
man
look
who's
so
crossed
easy that
700 more often than
no,
anybody.
he made it look so easy that is every
David Warner
consistently
used
got
to walk on one
700
leg.
runs.
He used to play left hand. He used to play right-handed and hit 700. It's fucking nuts. But
Hmm. I would
yeah,
say yes,
uh,
it can be breached because, to be honest, let's talk about the first guy who's there.
yeah,
594, right? 594. He needs
494.
what? Huh?
It's 494, Suri. 494.
494.
Yeah.
I thought
That's
it's more
200
than that.
runs. No, it's Klassen with 494, Abhishek Sharma with 475,
Sturi be
KL
like, मैंने
Rahul
उसके score तो यहाँ लिखे
458,
थे.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
was thinking
Gill
it's
with
more than
4.
that. Maybe I was just mistaken or something, though. Okay,
Rohan's
anyway.
got to even 500.
Like every man, Suri overestimates the good.
But anyway, let's say 200 runs. Klassen is averaging what, 56, 57 right now, or 58, something like that.
Could
Yeah,
be.
yeah, close to that.
58. Yeah, so let's say he has 3 games in regular season, and let's say two more in
Yeah,
maybe qualifying one, whatever it is. So that means you're looking at around 5 matches.
5 games, yeah.
Yeah, 5 games. And I feel if he's
You're
hitting
saying
at least,
at least 4 games he will hit a 50 on average.
he might. He's been doing every match 55, 58
Okay,
average.
so
अरे Travis had आएगा ना यार. You
he
haven't
might,
listen. Hendrick comes when
Hurry,
Travis
bro,
says.
listen. I'm not saying this is gonna happen. This is exactly, I'm not soothsayer. I'm just saying there is a possibility this might happen.
but yeah, I
Yeah.
get that it's a possibility, but the point of this question is you have to take a stand either
Yeah,
this way or that way. So,
I'm saying
like,
yes because
saying
that's
that,
what I feel.
okay,
Right, this is my opinion.
Go for it.
I
Go for it.
I
Go for
think
it.
he's gonna get there. 5 matches, 6 matches. Let six is the top most he can go. 6 matches,
Yes.
30, 40
That
runs
being said,
every game.
Head doesn't fail in qualifications, playoffs. He's not. He's your. He's the card that works when the chips are down.
Yeah,
So
but he might work,
He's
and there might still be a
we
scope
are
for
fine. We are fine.
RCB. There are a
RCB.
lot of
No,
things
I'm
that can
kidding.
happen.
That's ours.
Like
It's
240
fine.
by RCB, then 100 clips scrolling like 60, 70. Um,
All
no,
right.
but like 700 is tough. I'm gonna say no. Suri says yes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, leave your comment below saying cricket scrapbook always right.
All
Yeah.
right, with that down and out of the way, I'm going to open this up to the panel right now. And if you have any expectations, predictions over the next week, please share your thoughts.
Yes.
I would want Suri to go first because he's been rather quiet today. So go for it, Suri.
Rather quiet. You have to understand this around like 4 a.m. for me.
Sorry.
Uh, Nothing. Predictions
Yeah, Manny, you
wise,
may be sorry. It happens, bro.
I
It's all good. We all agreed to it.
yeah. So yeah, in terms of predictions for the coming week, it's going to be um, purely as a fan of my team. I just want us to stay consistent at the top, and purely as a fan of my team again, I would want teams who are a little behind me to stay where they are. And other predictions is I just want to see good cricket, man. I mean, end of the day, I know it's nervousness, and because of your team doing well, you kind of consumed by whatever your team does. It's similar with all of the fans who I know who supports my team. Every single move of the player, we go look into it, and everything what they're doing, we talk about it, and we watch highlights. Like match, we see the match every day, and the next day we see highlights and experts talking about it and this all of this. Even Manny does the same thing, I know. So it can get a little nervy, but just want to see good cricket and just want to there's certain things where every match is 200 plus, every match is this, every match is there are very assumptions like those. I just want the assumptions to just die down, and I just want certain good games to happen, certain interesting games, and yeah, simple. Just want to see good cricket and just want to see more
Yeah.
youngsters coming into the play here, because international players are used to this pressure. I know that. I just want youngsters to come out in front, especially Indian youngsters, to come out in front and put their hands up and say, "Okay, I'm built for this. I want to do something for my team," and then do it. So yeah, that's my. It's not prediction as such. It's just my
Expectations.
forecast or something like. Just I want this to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Manny?
I have two. One is less one-sided games. Definitely, I want closer games. It's always exciting.
This guy,
Um,
okay, before you finish that, when RCB was batting
okay.
in LST, this guy calls, he's like, listen, I need moral support, and he keeps me on the call. And this guy was freaking out. And now he says, I want not one sided games.
Yeah,
I
he
Yeah,
don't
doesn't
think
because
it is
then
one
when,
sided for you.
because
when
I
his
would rather
team.
be nervous for the last 7 or 8 overs than 40.
Yeah,
So
but when
so
RCB is playing, he wants RCB to win like hands down, no competition.
I
yeah.
mean, that's
And
all of us.
my other expectation is for everyone to kindly leave a like and comment below on this video. I want actually, let's make it 50 likes on this video by the end of next week. Ladies and gentlemen, we put a lot of time and effort in coming up with content that we think is enjoyable, and
Yeah,
we
man. 4
appreciate
a.m.
your
I'm
help.
again talking to you guys, so need some
Yeah,
love.
and we appreciate your comments. You adding comments on the video below tells us what you want us to talk about next week. So add your comments and leave a like on this video. I am expecting 50 likes. Jai Mata.
Not
Let's
49,
talk.
not 51, 50, not 49,
50.
not
50.
49, 50.
I personally want to see some spinners do something in the tournament now. We are heading into week 7 now. This is basically the last 2 weeks of the tournament that's going to come up now. So, of the league stage at least. So, I want to see some spinners do something. It's going to be a big week for KKR where we are playing RCB and Gujarat Titans, both of
Oh,
whom are in the top four currently. Uh, so on the 13th, we are
I
playing
hope
RCB.
KKR wins.
Yes, even I hope KKR wins. And so
Okay,
from
Vaibhav. If
13
KKR
losses
wins
for KKR,
both those games,
yeah,
GT and RCB, I'm sending you biryani this time.
Ettu
okay.
brute, ettu chute. Sorry,
But two tough games, right? I'm not saying one
Yeah.
game. Two tough games, GT and RCB.
two
Actually,
very tough games.
if KKR, so KKR needs to win all four to qualify, and it's not
See,
going to be easy, right?
they
But
even need
at
to win
least
all
our
four.
last two
I'm
games
saying
are
just win
Mumbai
two.
and Delhi. If KKR wins all four, I will buy Suren and Manny biryanis each again.
Listen,
Manny doesn't even support KKR, but okay.
bro, if his team is coming to top four, that means one of our teams is not qualifying. So
No,
take it
no,
or leave it.
it's easy.
At
RR
which
is
point,
already knocked
biryani is
out.
going to be quite sad
Yeah.
consolation.
RR is already out, right?
There's a
RR is
good chance.
already
No,
out.
Vaibhav, there's a very good chance. One of our teams or both our teams won't be there if KKR is coming to top four. Think about it. Do the
There
math.
is, there is, but
Do the math.
Punjab is struggling, RR is struggling. So there is also a good chance that both of you qualify and KKR qualifies. And
Yes.
in that case, it's going to be fun. But KKR,
Yes.
currently, I would give it not more than 2% chance of KKR qualifying. But those 2% exists. And remember, it was me who said that KKR is going to lose 13 out of the 14 games with the way KKR started. So I'm hoping that KKR doesn't lose any more from here. I'm hoping we did all the wrong that we had to, and let's see what happens.
Die before embarking on new relationship.
But just focus on GT and RCB. If you beat both,
Yeah.
I'll send you a family pack biryani, not just for you, for parents as well.
If Weber sends
And
me
for your
biryani
fiance
after
as well.
kicking,
All at
if
home,
Weber
fiance
sends
as well, all
if
of you.
Weber sends me biryani after KKR kicks RCB out of the tournament, it's gonna be like Daredevil sending fist biryani. And for that deep cut, comment down below if you understood what I said.
No, actually, guys, for anyone who's watching this, I've been encouraging Manny to start his own YouTube channel and do reviews and podcasts
Actually,
discussing the
yes.
TV shows.
Comment below if you guys are interested in watching reviews, watch
Yes.
along, discussions on latest movies, shows, all the fun stuff. And let me see if there's an actual audience out there. That's
Yes,
just rude. That's
guys,
just
let's
right
see
rude
this
right there.
RCB versus SRH.
Morph
And
onto Ranbir Kapoor's and okay.
look at that ass. That ass.
That's
Beautiful.
RCB post LSG loss.
Okay,
Oh my
anyways,
god.
guys,
This might get flagged by
let's
YouTube saying this is
let's
not.
encourage Manny. Let's encourage Manny and get him to start his own YouTube channel. I'm really excited to see him do something on the
Yes.
YouTube space
50
of his
likes on
own.
this video, and next week I'm gonna start a YouTube channel and we're gonna put up our first video. 50 likes on this video. Leave your comments below.
Yeah, and I'm just leaving right now so that I can create 50 fake accounts to like this video. And
Just
get
make
Manny.
49. I'm the 50th one.
Fair
Nice.
enough. All right. With that done, guys, we are almost at the 1.5 hour mark. So I'll call it quits. Um, guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Suren. Thank you, Legend Manny. And thank you to all our viewers who joined us today. And thank you to everyone who's going to be watching this post the live is over. Please like, share, and subscribe and leave comments down below. And support Manny to start his own YouTube channel. Bye, guys, and
Thank you
thanks.
guys.
Yeah.